And it's the main event here of the HWA CyberClash 2006. Cody Hawk not wasting any time tackling his student, Jon Moxley, and he quickly delivering right hands. But Moxley is right back on top of him.
Bob, I think tonight we're going to see the student surpass the teacher here as Cody Hawk is getting him into the side of the cage, throwing in those midsection punches. But I'll tell you what, Moxley has prepared for this. I've talked to him. He is ready, and he's out for blood tonight.
They both likely are. There's a long history here between the student and the teacher, but do you think that Cody Hawk would be dumb enough to tell Moxley everything that he knows?
I don't know. There's a good chance. You trust the guy for as long as he has. You bring him up, you break him in, and this is what happens. There's a good chance Moxley knows everything plus that, Bob.
Cody not pulling back on these forearms to the face and back. Moxley's struggling here in the early goings, but I have a feeling that this is going to be a long one.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if Moxley doesn't walk out tonight, the winner of this one, with his hand raised, I know there's going to be a lot of people in the back disappointed.
No doubt. I mean, that and the fans.
Well, who cares about their opinion, Bob, anyway?
Oh, okay. Stiff kicks to the ribs here by...
Filthy tactics being displayed by Cody Hawk. Just kicking a man when he's down.
And we're not going to see... I don't think we're going to see many pinfall attempts. I believe that this is a strictly escaped rules cage match, as the referee's not even asking Moxley if he would like to submit.
Oh, they're not going to end it this early, Bob. I believe the officials have already been instructed to let this one go just as long as they're humanly possible here, as these guys are just looking to take each other to task. As far as Moxley, like I said, I spoke to him earlier tonight. Cody Hawk goes right into the cage there. Spoke to him earlier tonight, and he said he is going to do everything in his power to be the man to get his hand raised.
Now, that cage is unforgiving. And I would not be surprised if Moxley continues to ram Cody's face into that cage, just how quickly Cody will be busted open, if not already, as we are close up. And it looks like he may be a little cut, or Moxley is going to make sure that he's cut with a second ram into the cage.
Well, I'll tell you what, Bob. Tonight, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like there is a new star here just emerging in Jon Moxley. I think it's his time. I think it's the right time. And Cody Hawk has no choice but to be on the receiving end of that.
Now, Moxley has said before that he wants to surpass the ceiling that Cody had reached because, well, Cody hasn't became a big name in your WWEs or your WCWs or even ECWs from a few years ago as a neck breaker by Moxley. Moxley wants to be a WWE guy, top guy, whether it be WWE, TNA,
of course, who doesn't, Bob? Everybody wants to be at the top, and I think Moxley is well on his way to being there.
Oh, he mocks the Cody there, Cody's previous surfer gimmick, just choking his teacher here on the mat. The referee acting as if he's going to give it.
Whose money, what kind of money you got laid down on this one?
Well, I'm always for the youngster. They seem to be hungrier. So Moxley is probably my favorite here, as Cody is, in fact, busted open.
Oh, yeah. He's met that cage several times now, Bob. And I'll tell you what, the effects are showing here. We are seeing some blood, and the referee is starting to step in a little bit to check and make sure that Cody Hawk's going to be able to continue here.
Well, the issues are looking to be resolved in this cage match between Moxley and Hawk. I can't imagine the referee would stop it for even just a little bit of blood. This is likely going to be a bloodbath. Cody missing a running crossbody and then rams himself into the cage. Moxley yet to touch the cage. This has all been
neither man. Nobody's made the attempt yet. We're still early into this one. I have a feeling these guys are going to drag it out to the bitter end.
Oh, that cut is getting a little worse here with every strike as this match continues on for Cody. Hopefully it doesn't get in his eyes and cause any kind of vision issues.
And baseball slides, pushing him into that fencing, really raking him across, and he's dropping those in, man. Those are hitting hard, and you can tell Cody Hawk's really starting to feel it here.
Now, Mox is not being a nice guy to just help him up. He wants to hurt him more.
I think not. I think you're wrong there, Bob. I think Mox is a very nice guy, and I think he's just, like you said, hungry. He's hungry to win. He's hungry to surpass his teacher here tonight, and that's what he set out to do. And you know what? If some feelings get hurt along the way, I don't think Moxley necessarily is worried about that.
Well, I've never met a nice guy who would drop kick me into a steel cage.
Well, not many people like you in general, Bob, so that's your first problem.
Well, that is a personal attack. But sometimes personal attacks are accurate, so I'll let you have that one.
And that's what we're seeing right now. This is a personal attack. This is mano-a-mano. And finally, here we go. Moxley says, you know what? He's seen enough. He's done enough. He's headed to the outside here. He's close to the top. Oh, well.
Cody stops. I'm surprised that Jon would try to leave so early. I thought maybe he'd want Cody not even breathing as we hit a back suplex off of the top rope. That's gotta hurt.
Yeah, that's the great equalizer coming off the top of that cage like that, Bob. Not that you and I would have any experience, but I got to tell you, I don't want any experience coming off the top of the cage like that.
No, absolutely not. I'm not interested to see how that even feels. I'll trust his word later when I ask him how that felt. He'll probably say, that hurt.
Right. We go, nice shoulder tackle here, and Moxley's cranking up the volume once again, and man.
Cody finally sending Jon into the cage, and then he just bumped his own face into the metal bar, again being sent into the cage.
Oh, here we go now. Here we go. Cody Hawk, he's pulling out all the stops, and it looks like he's trying to give Moxley some receipts here.
Yeah, if Jon can dish it, Cody's hoping that he can take it as well. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood, as they say.
Well, I'll tell you what, Bob, this has been brutal already, and we're only a couple of minutes in here, so I can't imagine what this thing's going to turn into.
Yeah, I mean, they're going at an exhausting pace if this goes past 10 or 15 minutes.
Sure. A lot of people don't realize, especially people watching cage matches, the intensity is just cranked up to an 11 compared to a regular singles match.
Oh, backdrop into the cage. Now, right there, Moxley was probably looking to escape the cage by rolling to the floor, but as it is in all cage matches, there's nowhere to go other than over the top rope, or over the top of the cage, excuse me.
Yeah, for better or worse, these men are stuck together until somebody decides they've had enough.
Cody looking to make an escape.
No way, too early.
Moxley there pretty quickly, though. Clubbing blows to the back. Now, we saw a back suplex just a few moments ago. What Moxley looking for? A power bomb. Cody's head almost hitting the ceiling here.
Here we go, folks. He's fighting out of it, and oh my God.
A Hurricane Rana by Cody Hawk.
I'm just glad that didn't turn out
as if Cody knew what Moxley was going to go for, as if maybe he taught him what you should do in that situation, and he was there for the counter.
I think it's just a veteran move. I think he got lucky. He knew where Moxley was at least maybe trying to head, but it's damage control. Let me make sure that I don't get my head splattered against the mat off a powerbomb off the top of the cage.
Now Cody ramming Moxley's face against the cage, and Moxley is in fact busted open as well.
Yeah, speaking of head splattering, here we go here, folks. You're seeing it up close and personal. This cage is unforgiving, and so is Cody Hawk right now. These guys have been just going at it really since the onset of this match. It's been go, go, go. We've already seen an attempt by both men to escape the cage, as now it looks like Moxley's returning the favor with grinding that forehead on that steel there. Man. And regardless of who wins here, Bob, whoever walks away and, hobbles away, there's going to be something, neither of these men are going to be the same as they walked in.
Well, you're acting as if either man could potentially walk out of this match.
Right.
The hatred is so deep here that both men are probably looking to cripple each other. Moxley being handed, it looks like some tape or a zip tie of some kind, but Cody still has some level of where he's at here with a kick, but then Moxley is still in control, getting some assistance and holding Cody against the cage.
Now, I think Cody brought this in here, did he not?
No, that would be Jon getting some assistance here by his manager.
No, I'm pretty sure that I saw.
No, I think you're seeing things incorrectly. Clearly, Austin has a bias and cannot be trusted.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jon's almost over that top there, and Cody Hawk's playing with his wrist tape. He's wasting time. Moxley's going to escape here.
No, he is whipping him over the back several times.
And see, this is where the referee needs to step in. Oh, my gosh. You're right into the cage. The referee needs to step in and take this weapon away. The cage is a weapon enough. You know, we don't need to take this thing to the next degree.
We're already in the cage. I'm not sure how further we can go.
Well, nonetheless here, the referee needs to step in and take that away from him. I believe it's a belt there, Bob. It looks like a belt.
Yeah, from a previous camera angle, it looked like more like a zip tie, but that does in fact look like a belt of a strap of some kind. Moxley looking to catapult him. But no, he takes it back. He takes the belt back and is now whipping Cody over the back.
All's fair in love and war, Bob, and this just goes to show right here, again, what you're going to do as far as, to me, I'm doing to you, Jon right here, and Cody, really giving it to each other as far as tit for tat, punch for punch, and belt for belt.
And Cody there with a snap suplex. Now it is evident just how much these guys have taken out of each other already as Cody is struggling to get to his feet. And he's the one that just performed the move.
Well, he's gutsy. He looks like he's going for the top again. Here we go here.
Another powerbomb attempt. Can Cody counter it? He might be too exhausted. Moxley with a powerbomb.
That was about as tall as you could get as far as a power bomb. That was taller than the top rope.
Yeah, and the impact is even doubled with what they've gone through already.
And that is an unforgiving mat, folks. This is not a trampoline. This is not a mattress. That is solid wood with barely any padding. And Cody Hawk just fell about 10 foot down onto it. So that's not going to fare well here. Let's see if Moxley can capitalize. If he's smart, he'll climb out. If he's crazy, this match will continue.
I don't know if Jon's the type of guy to leave the cage without Cody being more damaged, but Cody here stopping Jon on the top rope. Surprisingly, because Cody wasn't even really moving in just 2 or 3 seconds. Now he's up there, shoulder ramps, forearms.
It's the resilience of the veteran here. This is maybe one lesson. You're right, Bob. Maybe this is one lesson that Moxley wasn't taught. Heart. He is just drilling those elbows in.
Cody getting a second win, but a pie face by Moxley to knocks Cody right back down on the mat. So that fire that Cody had for about 4 or 5 seconds was stopped with a pie face, but he's already back up. Moxley missile drop kicks the referee.
Oh my gosh, this is getting out of hand here.
So now we have no authority inside of a steel cage. This is not looking promising for either man. I'm kind of concerned for what could potentially happen here.
Now that had to be a miscalculation.
Yeah, by the looks of it, I don't think he was intentionally looking to take out the referee. Here comes the second referee. Moxley with a scoop and a slam.
Hopefully this guy has better luck here. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, well, just as soon as our second referee gets in there, he is speared by Moxley, and that was definitely accidental because Cody, well, that's not accidental. The kicks to the head.
You know, he's raining down stomps here. Maybe Moxley's confused. This has been a battle already, and now he's just on the receiving end of a big clothesline there. I think Moxley's just swinging at anything that moves at this point.
And our third referee on the floor that was there for any kind of feet hitting just got decked. We have 3 authorities just knocked down. A modified neck breaker there by Moxley, but there's no referee.
This spells disaster for one of these two guys, if not both here. No rules means, man, nothing good.
It looks like Moxley got a wrench of some kind by Helena Heavenly and is now removing the middle turnbuckle.
Cody Hawk slowly getting to his feet here. I don't know, Bob. I think there's some nefariousness going on here. Moxley's got that wrench, and I'm afraid of what he's going to do with it.
Well, if you can't escape the cage to issue more punishment, I guess you got to find creative ways with a pile driver here. If Moxley is going to use a steel turnbuckle, he is dead set focused on demolishing this ring to hurt Cody in any possible way he can.
Well, I'll tell you what, Cody Hawk started it, Bob. He brought in the belt. He was whipping Moxley. Moxley's just matching violence with violence here.
Moxley has removed a bottom turnbuckle, which has now made the bottom rope essentially useless, and he's choking out Cody.
I don't know if I've ever seen anything like this here. This is talk about innovative.
I can't recall the last time I've seen somebody try to remove parts of the ring to choke out their opponent.
That thing is still wrapped around Cody's neck here. We could be seeing the end of Cody Hawk tonight.
Oh, dangerous throw into the cage.
Tell you what, Moxley doing a little bit of showboating again. Maybe that's something he wasn't taught. You don't have a second to waste, especially against a guy like Cody Hawk. He's got to finish the job here and get up and over that cage.
Look at Moxley's eyes as he's pulling back on this turnbuckle as if he wants to end Cody's not only just career but life. And by the looks of it, Cody is on life support.
Yeah, I'm not seeing too much activity there, Bob. He is getting pretty red in the face. We might need some help here.
And concerned. Moxley looks like he finally has decided to let go. Maybe thinking that he can escape and end this brutal contest.
Again, no officials, folks. All three officials down. I got to tell you, the longer this thing goes, the more likely it is that Bob alluded to somebody isn't walking away. And now we're seeing a wrench to the forehead.
Jon Moxley is digging a wrench into Cody Hawk's forehead. It really shows you just how deep this hatred for his mentor. It's as if Jon hates the idea of Cody Hawk being his mentor.
Well, I'll tell you
any
what,
success that Jon Moxley gets, credit will have to go to Cody Hawk, and that probably just drives Moxley nuts.
Well, do you blame him? I mean, let's take a look at Cody Hawk here. Take a look at what we've seen on our side of the camera. Who knows what's happened behind the camera? And I think that's what worries me most when it comes to their relationship. I'm sure there's a lot that Moxley's taken his frustration out on Cody for, and God knows what that could have been. But tonight we're seeing it firsthand, and I think that's why we're getting to the level we are.
I'm sure that Moxley has dealt with years of Cody bossing him around, and now he finally has the chance to be the boss. Cody just driving Moxley down on the mat gut first. Still no referees. They're all still laid out. None of them are even moving. I have not seen any of these referees move one bit. I don't even know if they're breathing.
Well, I'll tell you what, Bob, in a minute here, I'm going to have to stand from the table and run in there. Somebody's got to keep order of this thing.
No, Austin, you got to stay here. The cage is just far too dangerous for either one of us untrained announcers to even try to get involved.
I'll tell you what, I shudder to think what's going to happen here. Cody Hawk with setting Moxley up, and yes, right into the cage there again.
Yeah. Oh, went a little low there, but you know what? Anything can happen here in a cage. As we've seen, the ring is being torn apart. there's no limit to the pain that these guys want to issue to each other.
Well, I'll tell you what, as damaging as it is inside the ring, I'm just glad we're on the outside of it, as well as our camera personnel and some of our other officials. Really, at this point, without referees, I don't know if anybody's going to be able to stop what's about to happen here.
Well, I'm even concerned for the cameramen because, yeah, they are outside of it, but they're not far away enough from it to potentially be in danger, as their outside referee has also been knocked down. And now Cody whipping the turnbuckle over Moxley's back.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think Cody's kicking low here too.
Well, I'm sure if Moxley was doing it, it'd be quite all right. This is the rules of a steel cage. Anything can happen. It just so happens to be that Cody is taking advantage of what Moxley has introduced into the match.
And you know what? Just because anything can happen doesn't mean it should, Bob. This is, again, I think going a little bit too far here. Cody, being the veteran, he needs to know that this is his time to get up and over that cage wall.
Well, you're right. Not just because Moxley introduced it doesn't mean that Cody should be using it. But you know what? This is a matter of survival. And ultimately, you have to do whatever it takes to survive, as Moxley is just raining down strikes and stomps. But Cody looks like he's still trying to fight back from his back. But Moxley...
All right, here we go.
Moxley's trying to escape here once again.
Yes, here we go. This looks to be... I think this is finally going to be it. I mean, how much more can these guys go through here? Cody, if he was smart, being the veteran, he knows that it's not worth his career to continue this match.
Moxley halfway over. Cody, though, has reached Moxley with some right hands. And now Moxley's almost dangling. Now he is. He's dangling over.
This is a precarious position here.
But Cody brings him back in. Looks like he's going for a muscle butt. Oh, a superplex off the top rope.
Wow. They're done. Both of them are done.
I think whoever gets up first at this point is going to win this match. There's just been far too much carnage.
These guys have put each other through just about everything you could, to the point where the bottom rope, ladies and gentlemen, is disconnected. And there's a good chance both men's spines at this point are disconnected after coming off the top of the cage like that.
I can't even believe that these guys have been going at it this hard for over 15 minutes. I thought when it was like 6 or 7 minutes in that they'd not even make it to 10, and they've gone double.
Got the Red Run replay here, and another view of that, kind of a captured suplex almost.
Cody trying to find that second win. Maybe not even second, maybe fifth or sixth win at this point. Moxley not even moving.
I'm worried he's going to pick up that belt again and just go to task.
I think Cody is looking for a way to escape this cage as he's looking up and slowly making his way up the cage to finally end this issue with his student and prove that he is, in fact, the better man.
Oh, boy. He's almost out,
Moxley's nowhere near. He is going over Cody. And Moxley's still laid out. Here. Cody is going. It looks Cody has won.
Yeah, he's hit the floor here.
He's touched the floor. There is no referees, though.
Oh, wait a minute.
Helena Heavenly coming up, and now she's on the back here of Cody, choking him. But that doesn't matter because Cody has escaped the cage and has defeated Jon Moxley. But we are just waiting for an official to make this an official result.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't care who you are. That's no way to treat a lady. I believe she just got fireman's carried right there on the hard concrete. And that kind of puts a bad taste in my mouth when it comes to Cody Hawk. Kind of makes you less of a man, in my opinion.
Cody going back into the cage. I don't know if this is a great idea. He's going to wake up one of the referees in the ring.
What is he doing?
To tell him, hey... I think he's trying to tell the referees that he won, but he's inside the cage now. They have not seen him outside of the cage. And he left the door open, and now Jon Moxley...
He has crawled his way out. He has made his way out here.
And Helena is now locking the cage. Cody going over the top. But Austin, I think Moxley just acted, and the referee saw Jon Moxley touching the floor. You have got to be kidding me.
He made his way out there, Bob, and that was a hard-fought battle.
Jon Moxley stealing this cage match from his mentor, Cody Hawk. And I have a feeling that even though it's a cage, this may, in fact, may not be over.